She used to disappear a lot. Sometimes it was just overnight. Other times, it was a long weekend, a business trip, she called it. She was always busy, always tired, always just a little emotionally out of reach. She worked hard, 2 jobs most of the time, sometimes 3. She was the kind of mom people praised, strong, independent, self-sacrificing. She never asked for help, never complained. And I believed for most of my life that she was just overworked, doing her best. She missed birthdays sometimes. She missed a few school events, my first choir solo, a parent-teacher night. But she always had an excuse, always had a reason. She made up for it later, a gift, a special dinner, a tearful apology. And I forgave her, every single time, because I thought she was doing it for me. But what if she wasn't? What if all that time, all those nights she said she was out of town, she wasn't alone? What if she wasn't at work at all? What if she had another life? Let me tell you how I found out. It wasn't some dramatic discovery. There were no screaming matches, no overheard phone calls. It was a Facebook notification, just a casual little ping. I was on my lunch break, scrolling on my phone like I always do, when I saw it. You've been invited to last name family reunion BBQ. Now, the last name wasn't one I used. It wasn't even my mom's current name. It was her maiden name, one I hadn't heard in years. At first, I thought it was spam. I almost ignored it, but then I read the event description. Excited to meet our extended family, especially my name, the long-lost big sister. Wait, what? Big sister? I stared at it for a minute, confused. Who were these people? There were photos attached to the event page, dozens of them. A backyard, kids playing in the sprinklers, a woman I didn't recognize holding a cake. And there, in the background, was my mom, smiling, laughing, holding a toddler, sitting next to 2 boys who looked around 13 or 14, and something about them. The way one of them smiled, the shape of his eyes. He looked like me. I messaged the event organizer. Her name was Tracy. I kept it simple. Hey, I think I got invited to your family reunion by mistake. Her reply came almost instantly. OMG, wait, are you, my name, Mom's name's daughter? We've heard so much about you. Your brothers are so excited to finally meet you. I read it 3 times. Your brothers. I don't have brothers. I've been an only child my whole life. So I sent a screenshot to my mom. No words. Just the picture and the caption. She didn't answer. Not for hours. That evening, she finally called. Her voice was shaking. She said we needed to talk. And that's when everything I knew about her came undone. She sat me down at the kitchen table. Didn't speak right away. Her hands trembled as she reached for her tea. Then she looked at me and said, I have something to tell you, and you're not going to like it. She was right. She told me that she had been in a relationship, a second relationship, for the last 15 years, with a man named Mark. He was married when they met. Still is. At first, she was just the other woman. Then she became something more. She got pregnant, had a son, then another. Mark never left his wife. But they made a deal, an arrangement. He could keep seeing my mom, as long as she kept her distance from the rest of his life. So that's what she did. She carved out a second life, a hidden one, tucked away in a town 1 hour away from mine, close enough to visit regularly, far enough to avoid bumping into someone who might know. The consulting trips, the weekend work retreats, they were trips to see them. The other family, the other sons, my half-brothers, they knew about me. They always had. They'd seen my photos, heard stories about their older sister who lived far away. They made me birthday cards once. On my 10th birthday. My mom never gave them to me. She said she was protecting me, that she didn't want to complicate my life, that she never meant for it to go on this long. But it did. 15 years, 15 years of lying, of skipping out, of building two families on top of one another like a house of cards. And now it was all crashing down. The reason for the reunion? Mark's wife is sick, really sick, and the family, my mom's second family, wants to bring everyone together before it's too late. That's how I found out I have siblings, that I'm part of some twisted real-life soap opera. I went to the BBQ. I didn't plan to, but curiosity won. And when I got there, it was surreal. People hugged me, called me sweetheart, told me how much I looked like my mom. The boys, my brothers, ran up to me like they'd been waiting their whole lives. They weren't angry. They weren't weirded out. They were just happy. And I felt something I didn't expect. Warmth, connection, then guilt, then grief. Grief for all tea,